Okay, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be talking about some of the things that are listed here in this Excel, still using our Superstore data set that we're able to get from Cargo. We're going to talk about pivot table. You can use pivot table to get a summary. You can use pivot table to get average of whatever you're looking for. So you just click anywhere in the data set that you have, and then you click on insert. When you click on insert on top here at the ribbon, you click on pivot table. It will say, it will select the whole table for you. You can see the ant movement around all the data in the table, and you say new Excel sheet, or you click on an existing Excel sheet. I want to use the one I already have, so I may click on existing Excel sheet and try to look for it. But if that is going to give you a big problem, you can just go back and choose new Excel sheet. So after that, you click OK. You click OK. Now, if you click OK, let me just rename it. So we have pivot table. So if you do that, by the right side, you see all the categories that you can choose from. So let's try with product name. Product name. Drag it to the row part, and then let's try to get the profit that we got from that product. So it is not only profit that you can do. If you see here, there's a small arrow here. It's not only sum. You see some of the profit. Let me see if I can close it down. Some of the profit, excuse me, some of the profit, and then you can also do other things by clicking on that small arrow, value of feed, and you see count, average, maximum, minimum, and other products, and a lot of other stuff. But for now, let's just do some. So we leave it at some. We can also decide to add another thing, how many sales were made on it, number of sales that brought this particular number of profit. And you can see it's just giving us a summary. The same thing, you can decide to go for the average sales that were made, and the as many things that you want to evaluate. We can decide to say, let's look at the region that brought those sales in the column. You can see from Canada, Caribbean Central, from Asia, from Africa, you didn't get anything, and all that. If you don't like it that way, you can remove it. You can just come here, click on it, and say remove field. Or you come here and do that. If you select it, it will go out. You can see when I selected it, added the row. It's trying to tell us each of the products, how it was, from which place the sales, the profit came from. And so pivot table gives you a lot of things that you can actually achieve. And if this thing is showing like this, all you need to do is to right click on it and say expand or collapse. So for now, we're going to collapse them. We collapse you can either do collapse or collapse an entire field. Okay, so let's collapse the entire field. You go back again and collapse the entire field. So when you open it, it still gives you one thing or the other. So this is the possibility, this is the power of things that you can do with um, pivot table. It gives you summary, it gives you other things. You can even look at it. Why is there sales? You can also calculate loss. You can also know whether it is the particular country, the city that you're getting those sales from. Like if we decide to add um, um, uh, add you can decide to also add the quantities that were sold and more to it, the year that these sales were made.